One local man is being remembered, not just for what he did, but for how deeply he cared about others. KQ2's Prajuta Ghosh sat down with Sharon Luce to remember her husband, Bill.
He reminded me of the swan, because on the surface everybody saw this calm demeanor, and I saw the paddling underneath the water, you know.
Bill Luce spent years as a teacher, but according to his wife, he didn't just teach. He told stories. Teaching was his passion, but Bill's impact went far beyond the classroom.
He substitute taught here in St. Joe right after college until he got an actual teaching job. He taught 4 years at Hamilton, Missouri, and then he went to Savannah, and he spent the rest of his time at Savannah until he retired from there. He taught a little bit out at Missouri Western, did the dual credit classes for the kids so they got college credit, did some tutoring when he needed to, whatever the kids needed.
And when Bill was home, sitting still wasn't his style.
This is where he spent most of his time, reading all kinds of books.
Sharon says Bill also had a deep love for dogs, a passion that led to something even bigger.
And we were in a group out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and it got to where it was a little hard to drive back and forth to qualify, because they had to be certified every so often. So they formed their own group, and they called it the Pony Express Therapy Dogs, since it was St. Joe.
They're not just dogs. They're part of this family, still missing their dad.
Sharon describes her husband as patient, kind, and always willing to help. Someone who never stopped trying to make a difference. What's one thing you miss about him the most?
I think just how much he wanted to make a difference. He could never say no.
Now, Sharon keeps busy, spending time with the dogs and carrying on Bill's legacy. And while the loss is still fresh, she knows his impact lives on.
He may be gone physically, but his memories are still alive and will always be through his family and friends. Reporting from St. Joseph, I am Prajuta Ghosh, KQ2 News.